and now we've got a freeze frame camera. Dave Shiels there. Dave Shiels versus Elliott Worchesky, top 8 competitor.
Top 4 competitor.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, he. Oh, switch it here. He's playing Rug Delver,
yeah,
Legacy Staple, and
back.
Dave Shiels playing Blue, White, Red Miracles, which Todd Anderson won with in Cincinnati just last week in Standard.
So
this list looks a little different, though.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Actually, becoming a Legacy Staple deck here, I think. Dave Shiels playing the Legacy version of Miracles, which,
so
as we were saying,
let's try and rewind the first couple turns of this game. I believe Dave cast a turn 1 Sensei's Top to Elliott's turn 1 Delver. Then the Brainstorm and the Swords of Plowshares each got dazed.
Sure.
Leaving Elliott with no lands but a flip to Delver.
I think it sounds pretty good. He just now flipped the Delver off of a Stifle.
Looks like Elliott still has all these dazes because there are 2 more in his hand.
Wow.
In addition to a Force of Will, a Spell Pierce, a Misdirection, maybe. Yep, that's a Misdirection. And a Volcanic Island.
Your event's ready to begin. Please come
So Elliott's got quite the protection, but only one little Insecto aberration.
Dave just activates top and passes back, I believe.
Quite clearly stuck on lands. Not a great position for Dave to be in, but especially against these dazes.
Yeah, so he's brainstorming and he's getting it. I'm actually surprised Elliott didn't daze that.
Right. I agree with you that there's no reason Elliott needs lands in play. He's not building towards anything. He is playing a true Legacy deck, probably the Legacy deck.
He just needs the lands enough to get pressure on the board, and then just he doesn't even need them as much.
If you ask somebody what is Legacy about, it's about these really small tempo advantages. Like drawing an extra card is almost impossible because it's so slow. You want to play just the most efficient cards possible. Want to daze and wasteland you. Then you come up with Rug Delver.
Delver again in for 3. Dave Shiels now at 11, and we've got a Vendilion Click, and this is going to get dazed, I think. Right, taps 1 and returns the island. Looks like he may be seeing a Brainstorm. No Brainstorm. Okay. Just adding mana just in case. So Click gets dazed, and
the top is pretty good.
Here.
It's got a Swords of Plowshares and a basic island, both of which Dave's in the market for.
Sure. So he gets the basic island, and
I believe if I were Dave, I would just. He's not willing to play into the 4th daze. He had a Detention Sphere in his hand.
He does have Detention Sphere.
He also has Engineered Explosives.
Yeah, Engineered Explosives, another top, a Brainstorm, a Detention Sphere, and a Brain... yeah, did I say that? I'm trying to see what that last card is.
What is he?
He shifted them all around.
Yeah. He might be in trouble not doing anything active that turn. I would have definitely cast the Explosives for 0.
In my experience, Relic is really good against Delver. Not Delver the card, though.
Yes, good against the non-Delver
elements of the Rug Delver deck. So
we got an Oblivion Ring. Dave's switching it up.
So Dave goes to 8, cracks his Relic, exiles the graveyard, gets to draw that Swords to Plowshares off the top, activates top, takes a look, plays a fetch land, now has Swords to Plowshares for the Delver, and 4 mana open, so to pay for any ridiculous amounts of dazes that Elliott seems to be.
There's only 1 left in Elliott's deck.
Yeah, but you never know. It's like probably some crazy copy this spell, something weird. Yeah, fork it,
twin cast it
again, twin cast it.
Return 2 lands to Uyo it.
Gush.
All right.
So Delver dealt with Swords to Plowshares, clears the board. Dave Shiels in the process of attempting to stabilize down a game against Elliott Worchesky, who topped forward in the standard portion. the standard open yesterday.
Be interested to see what the records of these players are.
Yeah.
Likely in the tournament where they could be close to you know, on the bubble or undefeated. Either one is.
Yeah, Dave, I think, telling him to hurry up a little bit because they're only down to 10 minutes, and you know, Elliott just plays Tarmogoyf and kind of sat there staring for a second. Dave now using his top and sees Jace, O-ring, and I think land.
Counterbalance.
Oh, counterbalance. Okay, that's good. Dave's going to activate top. He's going to draw. Didn't quite see. These guys are X0 and 1 at the moment. So draws a card off top, and then
a non-top card. So he wanted the counterbalance and the Oblivion Ring.
I believe he got them both. So there is the counterbalance. Yeah, he had 2 tops, so he was able to do that. He activate the one to draw it, to draw the card on top, and then use the other, spin the other top to mix up the top of his library, and so that during his draw step he would draw the other card.
Mm-hmm.
Counterbalance on the stack. 10 minutes left in the round. Down a game. Dave Shiels needs to win 2 if he doesn't want to find himself in another draw, which it's going to be really tough at this point. So Spell Pierce from Elliott.
I don't think Elliott has those kind of cards. I think you just have to force a will that. Okay.
Yeah, so he pays. Now we have Days, which of course Dave has the option to pay for here.
He does not, because Elliott has 2 stifles in his hand.
Ah, well, yeah.
So that's gonna prohibit.
Robert McCready, if you're in the room, this is the last call for your draft.
I mean, if you did,
Robert
try,
McCready,
right?
if you're in the room, please come see me up on the stage. This is the last call for your draft.
Yeah, I guess you figure you're gonna.
Maybe no. I mean, maybe just wait until Elliott might tap out, but there's no way with 4 lands that Elliott's in the market for tapping out.
So Dave just paid 4 mana for him to Turok.
Yeah, sure.
You know, he played counterbalance. Had to pay 2 extra.
Oh, that's a really good brainstorm, because Elliott's definitely going to be able to put back 2 lands from this.
Elliott brainstorming here.
Maybe not 2 lands since he drew a wasteland, which is even better. So I think he's willing to draw a bad card to wasteland this turn. Nope, he wants to crack his fetch.
So Misty Rainforest played and immediately cracked.
That grows our friendly neighborhood Tarmogoyf.
Goyf, a 3/4. Dave already low on life.
And that's why Rug is brutal, because like even the 5 life not exactly stable for against a deck with you know, lightning bolt in it.
Sure. I think Dave's at 5 here, right?
Yes.
Life total's just not yet updated. Yeah, there it is. All right, here comes Oblivion Ring, I imagine. Oblivion Ring.
Oh, he could stifle the trigger. Oh my, no.
He lets it happen. Tarmogoyf targeted and successfully exiled by Oblivion Ring. Elliott now, no board. Elliott really has no reason to try to win this game. He's up a game, and they're at...
He needs to try to win the game, well, just so he doesn't get caught
in a draw.
With, yeah.
And Delver and then a Wasteland from Elliott takes out Dave's Tundra, one of Dave's Tundras. Man. Dave left with 1 Tundra, 2 islands, 2 basic islands.
I would really like to see the Oblivion Ring get stifled there.
Yeah, if you're holding the stifle...
he's holding 2.
Yeah, exactly. He's holding 2 stifles. So he's got 1 for the O-ring, and he's still got 1 for the fetch, which is, you know, presumably what he's waiting for, and what Dave is just playing around, I think.
Yeah, basically by stone rating himself, Dave is actually turning the Stifle War on Elliott. The only problem is that Dave needs his mana way more than Elliott needs his.
Yeah.
Because Elliott has to keep up Stifle mana, whereas Dave's just never going to bite. And you might think it's like something like as trivial as a land, but it's really not that trivial. Alright, here comes Detention Sphere.
So there's a new card, Return to Ravnica.
Oh, there
Detention
you go.
Sphere.
Our first non-abrupt decay card.
Yeah, we've seen Abrupt Decay. Now
Yeah, this is basically the supreme verdict of Day of Judgments. Or of Oblivion Rings.
Or it's more like the Maelstrom Pulse of Oblivion Rings.
Well, the fact that it's blue, is more important than any additional functionality.
Once again, that is time.
And Dave's just going to scoop him up. Knows he doesn't have a way to win, I guess. Doesn't want to take another draw, I guess. Doesn't want to...
Attention players, we're looking for 6 more
yeah,
spots.
so Elliott says, this was what I had.
This is the last event we're going to be firing this weekend.
And,
if you'd like to play a little
yeah, Dave looks like he was like, it wasn't going to happen
Stage.
anyway. Kind of looks at the top view, says, you know, and not there, nothing there.
So Elliott Worchesky advances to 5-0-1. So he has 5 wins and